The sky bled into the sea. Hues of orange, red, and purple painted the horizon. Mary watched from her balcony, the salty air clinging to her skin. Auckland was beautiful, but tonight it felt like a postcard from a life she never lived. Mary had built a good life here, a successful career, a loving husband, and 2 wonderful children. Yet as she gazed at the sunset, a familiar ache bloomed in her chest, a phantom pain of what could have been. Her mind drifted back, years ago, to a summer that felt more real than the life she now lived. The summer of 1979, a lifetime ago, when the world was young, and so was she. In 1979, the air hung thick with the scent of honeysuckle and freedom. Mary, just 18, spent her days on the golden shores of her hometown, her laughter echoing with Tim's. Tim, with his sun-kissed hair and eyes the color of the summer sky, was everything she had ever dreamed of. Their days were filled with shared dreams, whispered secrets, and stolen kisses under the pier as the waves crashed around them. Their love was a whirlwind, intense and consuming. They promised each other forever. Their words carried on the salt-laced breeze. He was going to be a writer, she, a painter. They would travel the world together, their love, their compass. Before leaving for university in different cities, they vowed to write, every day. They would bridge the distance with their words, their hearts bound by the invisible threads of their promise. The first few months were filled with the joy of receiving Tim's letters. His words painted pictures in her mind, keeping him alive in her every waking moment. But then, slowly, his letters became infrequent, then stopped altogether. Confusion turned to despair, then a chilling numbness. She wrote countless letters, each one unanswered, swallowed by a silence that screamed betrayal. Years later, she discovered the heartbreaking truth. Tim's mother, disapproving of their young love, had intercepted their letters, fabricating stories of a new love, a new life. Mary, heartbroken and disillusioned, believed her. She tried to move on, to bury the pain deep within her heart. She met someone, a kind and stable man, got married, and had children. Life took over, but the echo of Tim's laughter remained, a ghost in the corridors of her heart. Years later, fate, it seemed, had a wicked sense of humor. Tim was back in her life, a chance encounter at a local art gallery. He stood before her, time carving lines on his face. But his eyes, those blue, blue eyes, still held the ghost of their summer love. He spoke of his mother's betrayal, of his unanswered letters, his voice thick with regret. Mary listened, a storm raging within her, anger, betrayal, and a love that refused to be extinguished. They stood there, 2 souls bound by a past that refused to let go. The years melted away, and for a moment they were back on that beach young and free, their love a bright flame against the dying light. But some wounds, Mary realized, cut too deep. Some betrayals leave scars that never fade. They parted ways that night, the echo of their unspoken words hanging heavy in the air. The summer of 1979 had ended, but its memory, like a bittersweet melody, continued to play in the quiet corners of her heart.